Hi, it's Stefania over at Sleep Stories and Classic Fairy Tales for Kids. And we've got the next part of the Uncle Wiggily's Adventures stories. If you remember from last time, Uncle Wiggily had been hired by the monkey to keep those naughty boys from sneaking in under the tent to see the show. And Uncle Wiggily did lots of tricks, and it kept the boys very amused and very happy. Now, let's move on to Uncle Wiggily's next adventure. Uncle Wiggily in a balloon. The old gentleman rabbit stayed with the monkey for several days, and he was so kind and good to the troublesome boys, Uncle Wiggily was, and he did such funny tricks for them that they didn't crawl under the tent anymore, and the monkey could do his tricks in peace and quiet. "Oh, you have been a great help to me," said the monkey to the rabbit, "and I would like you to work for me all summer. I am going to travel on to the next town, and if you like, you may go with me and keep the boys there from crawling under the tent." "No, thank you," replied Uncle Wiggily slowly, as he put some bread and butter and a piece of pie into his case. "I think I will travel further on by myself and seek my fortune." "Well, I'm sorry to see you go," said the monkey. "And here is 50 cents, 50p, for your work. I hope you have good luck." And then Uncle Wiggily started off again over the fields and through the woods, seeking his fortune, while the monkey got ready to move on to his show in the next town. Well, for some time, nothing happened to the old gentleman rabbit. He walked on, and once he saw a little red ant trying to drag a piece of cake home for dinner. The cake was so big that the ant was having a dreadful time with it. But Uncle Wiggily took his left ear and just brushed that cake into the ant's house as easily as anything. "My, how strong and brave you are!" cried the little red ant. "Won't you let me get you a glass of water?" "I would like it," said the rabbit, "for it is quite warm today." Well, that ant got Uncle Wiggily a glass of water, but you know how it is. An ant's glass is so small that it only holds as much water as you could put on the head of a pin. Really, I'm not exaggerating when I say that Uncle Wiggily drank 17,426.5 ant glasses of water before he had enough. It took the ants for a mile around to bring the water to him, but they didn't mind because they liked him. Then the old gentleman rabbit traveled on again, and when it came to night, he slept under a haystack. "I'm sure I'll find my fortune today," thought Uncle Wiggily as he got up and brushed the hayseed out of his ears the next morning. It was a bright and beautiful day, and he hadn't gone very far before he heard some fine music. "My, there must be a hand organ around here," he said to himself, "and perhaps there is another monkey. I'll watch out." So he stood on his hind legs, Uncle Wiggily did, and the music played louder, and all of a sudden the rabbit looked down the road, and there was a nice circus with white tents all covered with flags and bands playing and elephants squirting water through their long noses over their backs to wash the dust off. And lions and tigers were roaring, and the horses were running, and the lady was drinking pink lemonade, and ooh, it was fine. "I've got 50 cents, and I guess I'll go to the circus," thought Uncle Wiggily, and he was just entering the big tent when he happened to see a man with a lot of red and green and yellow balloons. Now, you would have thought the man would have been happy having so many balloons, but he wasn't. He looked very sad, that man did, and he was almost crying. Poor, poor man, thought Uncle Wiggily. Perhaps he has no money to go to the circus. I'll give him mine. Here is 50 cents, Mr. Man, said the old gentleman rabbit kindly. Take it and go see the elephant eat peanuts. Oh, that is very good of you, spoke the balloon man. But I don't want to go to the circus. I want to sell my balloons, but nobody will buy them. Why not? Asked the rabbit. Oh, because there are so many other things to buy, said the man. Red peanuts and lemonade in shells. Oh, I've got it wrong. It is red lemonade, isn't it? And peanuts in shells. But no matter. What I need, said the man, is to get people to listen to me. I need to make them look at me. And when they see the fine balloons I have, they'll buy some. But there are so many other things to look at that they never look at me at all. I know the very thing, cried Uncle Wiggily. You ought to have someone go up in a balloon. That will surprise people like anything. They'd be sure to look at that, and they'd all run over here and buy all your balloons. Yes. But who can I get to go up in a balloon? Asked the man. I will, cried Uncle Wiggily bravely. Perhaps I might find my fortune up in the sky, so I'll go in the balloon. Well, the man thought that was fine, so he made a little basket for the rabbit to sit in, and he fastened the basket to a big red balloon, and then he took care of the rabbit's case for him, while Uncle Wiggily got ready to go toward the clouds, taking only his crutch with him. When the man had everything fixed, and when the rabbit was sitting in the basket as easily as a soft chair, sitting in a soft chair at home, the man cried, Over here! Over here, everybody! Over here, people! A rabbit is going up in a balloon! A most wonderful sight! Over here! And then the man let go of the balloon, and Uncle Wiggily shot right up into the sky. Only, of course, the man had a string fast to the balloon to pull it down again. Up, up, and up went the balloon carrying Uncle Wiggily. Up and up. And my, how surprised the people were. They rushed over and bought so many balloons that the man couldn't take in the money fast enough. And Uncle Wiggily stayed up there, high in the air, looking for his fortune. Then all of a sudden, a bad boy with a bean shooter shot at the balloon and bang! It burst with a big hole in it. Down came Uncle Wiggily, head over heels. Bursted balloon, baggage, crutch, and all. Oh no! He'll be killed! He'll be killed! Cried the people. No, he'll not! We'll save him! Cried Dickie and Nellie Chip Chip, the boy and girl sparrow, who happened to be at the circus. We'll save Uncle Wiggily! So up into the air they flew, and before Uncle Wiggily could fall to the ground, Dickie and Nellie grabbed the basket in their bills, and by fluttering their wings, they let it come very gently to the earth, like a feather falling, and the rabbit wasn't hurt a bit. But of course, the balloon was broken. So that's how Uncle Wiggily went up in a balloon and came down again, but he hadn't yet found his fortune. Now, in the next story, I will tell you about Uncle Wiggily in an automobile. That will come out very, very soon. And if you want to make sure that you know when it will come out, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can get the news that the story is ready for you. That's it for today. Stay well, be happy, and take care. Bye-bye for now.